Hello everyone, my name is Evelin Lindner. I'm the founding president of Human Dignity and Humiliation Studies Network and one of the initiators of the World Dignity University Initiative. I would like to share with you one of the fields of interest that I have in my work. This is the role of dignity and humiliation for war. My doctoral dissertation addresses this topic, and I was drawn to this topic when I thought about the history in Europe. We have the Versailles treaties after the First World War that humiliated Germany intentionally so as to make it harmless. And as we all know, Adolf Hitler, he used the national humiliation narrative as a springboard for World War II. So humiliation led to war. After the Second World War, Germany was embedded into the European family as a respected member, and peace resulted. So respect leads to peace, humiliation leads to war. This was what piqued my interest, and I went to the library, as I remember it was in 1995, 1996, and thought, okay, if humiliation can lead to war, it must be highly researched. There must be many, many books in the library, and I was extremely astonished that there was almost nothing. So I set out to do my doctoral research on that topic, and I went to Rwanda and Somalia and asked the question, okay, if we say that humiliation has played a role for war in Europe in the past, does it play a role for war and genocide in Rwanda and Somalia in the present? And I defended this doctoral research in 2001, and from there evolved the Human Dignity and Humiliation Studies Network, together with Linda Hartling, who had already written her doctoral dissertation on humiliation in 1995. I would like to read you something from a chapter that I wrote for Morton, Deutsch and Peter Coleman for their Handbook of Conflict Resolution, Theory and Practice. It was the second edition that came out in 2006. And I wrote in this chapter, we have all experienced strong emotions related to conflict. Our emotions affect the conflicts in our lives, and conflict in turn influences our emotions. This chapter begins with two brief examples, one international and one personal, to show the interaction between emotions and conflict. For the international example, let us look at the World War II. Hitler was an isolated and alienated loner, obsessed by the weakness of Germany during World War I and after, so he had no audience then. At some point, however, his obsessions began to resonate with the feelings of what was called in Germany the little people, die kleinen Leute, or the powerless people. He offered a grand narrative of national humiliation and invited the little people to join in with the personal grievances they suffered due to the general political and economic misery. The little people occupied a distinctly subordinate position in Germany's social hierarchy prior to Hitler's rise. You know, Hitler even sent, musicians into factories because he wanted to give the little people culture. He lifted them up. And they rallied to Hitler's cause because he provided them with a sense of importance. He was greeted as a savior, as a new kind of leader, promising them love and unprecedented significance instead of insignificance. Only after World War II did they have to painfully recognize how he had abused their loyalty. As soon as he had enough popular support, Hitler built institutions that forced his manipulation on everybody, evoking noble feelings of loyalty and heroic resistance against humiliation, convincing the German people that the Aryan race was meant to lead and save the world. Hitler was an expert on feelings. Many Germans put such faith in Hitler that they followed him until 1945, even when it became clear that the situation was doomed. You remember Italians were already deposing their Mussolini in 1943. Intense loyalty and highly emotional participation in a collective obsession undercut even the most basic, rational and ethical considerations. So I would like to invite you to share your reflections on this topic with me and to look up all the writing that I have been doing on this topic, and you can download full text, several full texts from our website. I thank you very much.